So I was born, and I was in a rush to get here.
Yeah, you couldn't wait to get here.
What's that mean?
It's like from the first labor pain to your birth, it was like 2 hours. You were here in 2 hours.
What's it usually take?
A day or two.
Damn.
Yeah, 2 hours. I think I got there at 1 and you was born at 3.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. And where where were you living?
We were living. Uh, it- do you know where the dog sled started in Anchorage?
Mm-hmm.
You know that hill they go down. You know those apartments we used to live in, the hill on to go down. You remember that?
Right.
Yeah, those apartments there. I remember. Forget the street down there by that Coliseum
Okay.
where they had the concerts at
Right.
in
Uh,
Anchorage.
the Sullivan Center. Sullivan Center?
Yeah,
Okay.
we used to live in the apartments over there,
Okay.
and that's where I was pregnant with you at, and that's where I went and had the baby at. That's where we was.
And where'd you meet my father?
I met your father at the club here in Memphis. I'm gonna show you that club. It was called a Touch of Class. I think it's still called a Touch of Class.
Got you.
And I met him, and he was home on leave from Fort Richardson,
Mm-hmm.
and he was home on leave, and he was at that club. And I left after writing and talking on the phone for a while. He convinced me to go to Alaska, me and my son, to come to Alaska. And I bet you it wasn't a week I probably was pregnant with you. Yeah.
Well, was it? Were we a happy family? Were we happy up there?
We were in the beginning, yes, in the beginning, and then he became what you would call like self control. He was controlling and self absorbed. He was all that.
What's an example?
Um, Coming home and pressing the star 69 key to see who I talked to all day on the phone, stuff like that.
So he's possessive of you.
Controlling, yeah,
Control. Got you.
yeah.
What was Michael in school?
Michael was not in school at that time. You guys were at home a lot with me. We were, y'all played all the time, and we was at home all day. Especially when it was snow outside, took y'all outside in the snow and all like that. But Michael used to take good care of you. He used to look out for his little brother. You guys were good kids. Y'all used to hide the belt from me, but put it at the bottom of the toilet. He used to do it because you didn't know how. But he would hide the belt at the bottom of the toy box so I can never get it.
So we got spankings?
I know, I never could find the belt.
No.
No, you guys were good kids though. No, I really didn't have to do too much to y'all. Y'all listened a lot. Yeah.
What were we? Who were our friends? Like, did we have family friends that came around and stuff? In Anchorage?
You guys had kids in the apartment building to play with and stuff like that, but no family. We had no family there.
So when did things like start changing between you and my father?
Um, Probably as soon as you were born.
What
He
happened?
really started doing domestic stuff to me then.
Why?
He used to, but before that, I used to let him, be the stepfather for Michael. But and I knew sometime I didn't like the way he treated him. But I used to try to give him the benefit of the doubt. But I was young then. I was naive.
Right.
I didn't know pretty much no symptoms of what abuse really meant. You know, until he really till he took it to me. And the reason why when he whooped Michael one time and swelled up his little wee wee, I knew that was it. We had a big old fight about that. Yeah, we had a big old fight about that
Why did he start getting domestic towards you?
because I stopped letting him do anything to Michael. So I guess he said it was my turn then. But I had no idea that he was, when he swelled up his little wee-wee, I knew that was out of control. So he started getting me then. Yeah, when I told him that he wasn't his daddy, and if he was doing it too hard, or if it was gonna be all like that he couldn't spank him anymore.
And
Yeah.
What was the final straw that you were just like, we got to get out of here?
Yeah, when I was pregnant with you, and he kicked me in my stomach, I knew I had to go.
So
I
then
knew.
I was born and then we left?
Yep, you was born. You was born, and after you was born, when he kicked me in my stomach, I had called the police, and the police came to the hospital, and they asked me what I was going to do, and I told them I had no family, nobody there. And so when you were born, he come up there, he said he was sorry. They took me to the women's shelter. I know it's still there in Anchorage on that little street there, that big women's shelter they have. They took me over there, and your daddy would bring flowers to the doors. He wasn't even supposed to be up there. I don't know how he got in those gates. He would bring flowers and cards and all like that, trying to get me to bring y'all back home. And so I finally went back. He sweet-talked me back in, and then I think when he was about 3 months old, he really gave me a good whooping. I had like black eyes and stuff, and I knew. Then I went back over there to that place, and they said, I told you so and all like that, and they helped me get into an apartment. And that's how I really got started. And we were fine. We were fine, me, you, and Michael until I came home back to Memphis, and I left him with his daddy. And then your daddy was getting you weekends. He would get you every weekend or every other weekend, and he would get you, and then he didn't want to bring you back. He didn't want to bring you back, and one of those weekends he didn't bring you back. And I called the police, and they told me they couldn't do nothing because he was a parent just like I was, and he kept you. And I went around like that for a while and trying to see where you was, and I didn't know. And I went over there, and he had moved. You don't remember I came and snatched you back from him? I got pictures of that somewhere. Your brother got pictures of that. But when I came in, I told this one girlfriend I had, I don't know if you remember Faye, but I told her, I said, this man came over here and took my baby. She was like, you know where he stayed? And I told her, I said, yeah, I know where he stayed. And it was snow on the ground and everything. And she said, you stand back. And we went over there and knocked on that apartment. And he opened the door. And what did he do that for? She bust up in there and held him against that door. And I grabbed you. You were sitting right there on the floor. And I grabbed you, and we come up out of there. And I took you home, and I had you from that day until all that stuff happened. I'm trying to see. Yeah, he some kind of way, he took me to court, and then he got his visitation back. So I had to let him see you then, and he took you away from me again. Yeah.
And then like when did custody change?
Custody change?
Yeah. So then like I was with you, but he got visitation.
Yeah, custody changed when I found out, when he took you from me that last time. I didn't know where you was again. That's when he moved from that apartment. And that's when I found out, when I didn't know where you was, and that's when I got in trouble, and they told me that you were in foster care.
What trouble did you get into?
What trouble did I get into? I don't remember. I think it was like some kind of routine police stop or something like that. I was probably with the wrong folks, and they pulled me over and ran my name, and they saw that everybody was looking for me to tell me about you.
What they want to tell you?
They want to tell me that you were in foster care behind something that your daddy was doing to you.
What did you hear that he was doing?
I heard that you was being locked in the garage by yourself and left home alone and stuff like that.
Did he tell you this stuff ever?
No, that's what the people had on the paper.
You remember anything else?
Yeah, about that he was leaving you with the dog, and you were fending for yourself as far as something to eat, and that he had marks and bruises all over you. And I remember that, and then they, by me being in my drug addiction, they wanted me to get cleaned up to get you back. I had to do all this, and I come over there and see you and stuff like that. And see, I had already went through the courts to be with Thaddeus, because Thaddeus was in and out of trouble. So Thaddeus was the only one willing to help me. So I had went before the judge to ask could I stay with Thaddeus, because he was the only one willing to help me, and he was going to go to treatment. That was part of the deal. He was going to go to treatment, and I was going to watch his kids. So I turned from the babysitter to the girlfriend. So the judge gave me permission to help him, and we ended up getting together. But the Thaddeus was doing what he was doing the whole time anyway. And But I was really cleaning up to get you back.
What do you have to do to get me back?
I had to be clean. Every time I went, they would UA me and counsel me, and I had to be clean. I had to be clean for such and such amount of time. Before they would even let you come to the house, you had to, I think you come over for visitation or something, but it wasn't permanent. Then when it finally got to be permanent, then maybe I got laxed and was sneaking. Mm-hmm. And that's when I found out Thaddeus had this one girlfriend, and we had this big old thing, and I was like, I'm leaving with my son, let her take care of your kids. And we had this big old fight, and I had took you to school that morning, and they took you from me again. And that's when I knew they probably weren't going to give you back to me after that. Because I think one of the ladies even told me, you're going to have a problem getting back this time. Yeah.
So how was I in a position for child abuse to start the first time with my father? If you went in and snatched me and then he got visitations, was he getting visitations and then abusing me and then bringing me back, or
Evidently so.
What happened?
He had a girl there. You don't remember his girlfriend?
Mm-mm.
Her name was Renee. I'm gonna see if I can look up on Facebook anyway. Her name is Renee Henderson, and I think he married her. He left. Well, I left him because he was abusing me, but he already knew he didn't want me. He was seeing her from Memphis. He was seeing her. She was here, and they were still communicating back and forth. So, but he had kids with her. He got kids same age as you with her.
So then how did I completely go over to him if he had got me back? The judge made me give visitation to him. So he was supposed to have been bringing you back. And another time, he didn't bring you back. And then that's when he moved completely away from that place that I snatched you from the first time. He moved from there. I didn't know where you was that time. So was I missing?
You was, when I called the police, they said he's the custodial parent, and I have to go to court to see where he at, get him in court and see where he took you and how to get you back.
How long was I gone?
You were gone until they told me that he was leaving you home alone and abusing you.
How long was that?
It had to be a couple of years.
It's a couple of years
Yeah. You wasn't even in school yet. It had to be like a year. I didn't know where you was for about a year. It seemed like longer than that. Really.
What were you thinking that entire time?
I don't know where my baby at. Yeah, I really don't. I didn't know where you was.
What were you thinking, personally though?
Personal? I'm gonna go get fucked up. I don't know where my baby at.
Got you.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So you were with friends who were getting drugs for you and stuff, and
yeah.
So then you didn't know where I was, so then that led to drug abuse.
Yeah, I was overextending myself and overplaying myself and overthinking myself and the whole nine. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then when you got me back.
Yep, I had you back. I was clean for a while, and we did the family thing, and we had a good time, right, with Jonas and Keisha and all that.
Right.
You remember that time we was in a car accident, and you told me, I asked you, should I tell Thaddeus? And y'all like, yeah, tell him. And he didn't even get mad. Remember that? You remember?
I think so.
We slid into somebody.
So then what happened?
What happened when?
Um,
When I got you back? When I
yeah.
got you back,
So then you were still sneaking drugs?
I was, I didn't, some kind of way I started sneaking, I guess. I think, not so much as when I found him, he was seeing somebody else, Thaddeus.
Mhm.
Because me and Thaddeus was married at the time.
Right.
So when I found out that, no, we got married afterwards. I'm sorry, we got married because after I lost you that last time, he married me.
So what were the charges?
After that girl, he married me.
So what happened that you went to jail, like, when you lost me?
Oh, what happened when I lost you? Yeah, I was doing crazy stuff. I was with this guy, and I was going around pickpocketing people and stealing purses. That's what I really got in jail with. I had left you. I had left you over there and let them people babysit you, thinking I was coming right back. It's your birthday. I was trying to get you a bike. I never forget that.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and got caught trying to steal something.
And then that's why I like was visiting you in jail?
Yeah, you remember visiting me in jail?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
That's your handwriting?
I do believe it is. If I put my glasses on, wow. Sure is. Wow. I always been a tall kid.
Well, so this was for pickpocketing? That's why you were in jail?
Yeah, for stealing, stealing, yeah.
And then, how long were you in there? When I was
And I
visiting?
tried to get you to go with my cousin Claudette. I tried to get them to let her keep you, send you to Memphis and let them keep you, but they wouldn't have no parts of that.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. I have got to put my glasses on to see these. Wow, this has been a long time ago. About 20 years?
Almost.
Yeah. You wasn't even 8 then, were you?
I think I was 7.
Yeah. I got to put my glasses on to see those. Wow.
So
Who brought you up there? You remember?
the foster parents.
Right?
Um, so what happened when you? I mean, you.
They
was it
gave
robbery
me.
and then
They gave me.
What were the like? How long did you? How long were you there?
I was there for about a year. For about a year there, and then they gave me like 5 years of paper or something.
A probation.
Yeah.
So then, I was still in foster care,
You still in foster care? Yeah.
and then, did your rights get terminated?
They wanted me to sign over my rights, but I never would. My rights. I don't think I never gave up my rights.
So then, I got
They did something to adopt you out, but I never. I don't know how that stuff works. Maybe you do, but I never signed nothing. But I know that your daddy did.
So then, like you were released in Fairbanks.
Right?
Did you try to like find me or?
I'm sure I did. I didn't get you back after that. I got you back after that. No. Wow.
What did you do?
What did I do? I don't know. I guess I sit around and moped a lot. Moped and smoked. No, I'm just That's not funny.
So you were still in Fairbanks.
Yes.
Got you.
I was in Fairbanks, and after that, after I lost you, Thaddeus did marry me. He married me. Yeah, because we were supposed to have been working on trying to get you back as a family. I don't know. I vaguely remember right now. That has been so long ago. You know.
Yeah. And then, what made you be done with Fairbanks and then head down here?
My sister died.
When was that?
2003. I was through. So, so you saying that was like I lost you in 1997. I stayed around as long as I could trying to get you back that last time, and I married Thaddeus in 97. I married him I married him in 99, I think. 99. And I think I tried to get you back, and I can't remember. But after that, Thaddeus got in some more trouble, and my sister died, and we went our separate ways, and I just decided I just sit around there and moped and walked around, and I don't know, people talking about you and all this and that, talking about me rather, so I just got sick of it. Yep, I was homeless a lot, and all I could do, I decided I better get out of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Thaddeus was in jail, and then you were just like, you didn't have to divorce or anything?
Thaddeus divorced me in jail. His mom and them came and got the kids. That's when they supposed to be giving him 3 months, and they gave him 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I had just married, and that was in '99. And his mother never liked me anyway. But, yep, I was still using. I was using. And I had his kids with me. And Kenny, his big brother,
Mm-hmm.
he used to come over there and check on me and stuff like that. And I don't know, his kids, his mom came and got his kids from me.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, but I don't know. I had a lot of stuff with mayhem going on then too. Police encounters and everything. It was just wild back then too. Yep, so it was not very good. Yep, there's some stuff that I don't try to put out of my mind.
And then what was your mentality coming down here once you were finally down here?
To be with my family and get to know them, because my little sister and brother was 8 and 9 when I left, and I was gone for like 15 years outside of a Christmas or two visit. And I get here, and then they still distant and funny. They still, since I've been back, they still the same way.
Gotcha. So what was your plan in Fairbanks?
What was my plan in Fairbanks?
I got taken away. You got released. Then what was like the plan after you got released?
Well,
you had heard I was adopted and stuff.
Well, I never did hear you was adopted. I never did hear. I knew somebody wanted to adopt you. I think that one lady did tell me, Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
I think she did tell me that she wanted to adopt you. And then I told them people that I didn't want you adopted out. I told them I didn't want to lose my parental rights and all I could add. And I went to some more classes and I did some more stuff. And they didn't want to give you back. They wasn't gonna give you back to me no matter what I did. No matter how many times I passed a little drug test, they wasn't gonna give you back. Them people wanted to keep you.
Yeah. So what did you do?
What did I do? I don't know. I just did life. I did one day at a time, one moment at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I was completely lost. And that's when I called down here and told these people right here. I was like, I was trying to get home. Yeah, I knew I had to get home, and the only way I got home was I went to Denali. I went up to Denali and got me a job at the resort, Denali Resort, and I got home. That's how I got home.
Mhm. I mean, what do you think when?
What were I thinking when I came home without my baby?
What, like during when the state wouldn't give me back to you? Like, what were you thinking?
Oh, I was in a mess. I was straight chaos. I was straight chaotic. I couldn't make no sense of my life. I couldn't make no sense of myself. It was all messed up. So I just stayed messed up. Yeah, it was real crazy. Yep.
So what are you working on now? What are you working towards?
I'm just working towards being at peace with myself. Um, I just want to be able to work and maintain and keep a roof over my head and just be peaceful.
Do you think I should look for my biological father?
I think he knows how to find you. He knows how to find you.
Would you see him again?
Will I see him again? Would I see him again? Not if I didn't have to.
Do you think I should see him?
Sure, that's your dad. But I don't know. That'll be up to you.
What do you think?
I think when people know better, they do better. You know? And I don't know I don't know what he was thinking or what he was going through at the time to make him think that that was okay or like that. But he wasn't praying or having no relationship with God, because your daddy taught me the Bible. He taught me the Bible. He showed me Jesus. You know, so he know. But he was the biggest devil ever. I promise you that. And he might know the Bible, but he sure don't live it. And that's just coming from somebody who stayed with the man and dealt with him.
Why do you stay with him and deal with it?
Out of support, he was supported. He was doing all the bill paying, and I had no family, no help.
Were you working?
No, I think I just had kids. And when me and your daddy, when I went up there with Michael before you came, your daddy paid for everything. I didn't even know about welfare until I got away from him. Yep. Then that's when I figured it out.
So, did you ever give up?
I'm sure I did. As far as somebody telling you, no, this is not gonna happen, or putting all kind of obstacles in your way to make sure it don't happen. I gave up quite a few days. I'm sure I did.
What obstacles were there?
Obstacles to get you back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had lots of obstacles, but in the end, they stopped giving me obstacles to get you back. They were adamant that I wasn't gonna get you back. That's what they were pretty much telling me. I can't remember the exact words right now, but them people was telling me. That lady had already told me that she wanted to keep you, and so it didn't even matter what obstacle they put in my way. It was gonna be one I wasn't gonna be able to get over, because they were gonna see to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, it was tough. It was rough. Yeah. And walking around there and don't know where your baby at. Driving through North Pole and your baby somewhere around there and you don't know where. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my mind was chaotic. Yep. So I don't know if that makes any sense.
It does.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, what do you think about 2007 when we saw each other that one time? What were you thinking?
I was thinking this is great. You had a lot of questions then too, and then after I answered all your questions, you ran off and left me without even a goodbye, and that hurt me something terrible. Yep. So, and I didn't hear from you no more until now. Yep.
I apologize for that.
Okay, I accept your apology. Yep. But I knew you was at a adoption fair or whatever they call it. And I knew they wasn't telling you nothing good about me. So I don't know what you went to some kind of meeting and came, and I didn't see you no more. You came back with an attitude, and you already didn't talk too much. You was kind of shy at 18. Not like you are now. You kind of talkative now. But you were kind of quiet. You were a little bit more quiet and reserved at 18 that I remember. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Yep, I cried all the way back on that bus. But that's over now. I hope. I hope you don't go out of my life like that again. Yep.
Is there anything you want to tell me?
I love you and I missed you. That's what I want to tell you. I never stopped loving you.
I know.
Yeah. I'm glad to see you. I'm so glad. I thank God for it. That I live to see it.
Yeah. What do you think about everything?
I think it's okay. I think this is going to be a good year.
Mm.
I think so. It's off to a great start.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know God got good plans for me and you for this year.
Yeah.
So it's great. We on the right track. Okay. Did I answer all your questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you good.
Can I have a hug?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Here, take that
No,
thing.
you good. You good.
Oh, squeeze the button.